Minister, Deputy Minister, Director General, all invited guests and VIPs, our sponsors and our supporters, and all the finalists and winners. Congratulations to the winners. I must say it is a hard act to follow, to come straight after the announcement of the winners. But here we are. So the Brilliance program is about recognizing the top learners in science and technology who received 90% and more for mathematics and physical science in the NSTF exams. So these people who you're seeing in front of you are absolutely brilliant. They got between 90 and 100% last year. There is a small group of them here, a small group in Cape Town, and a small group in London currently. And they have been having a wonderful time, as you saw in the video, and I've been having a wonderful time with them, learning about all things STEM, even though they knew a lot about it already, and I knew a lot about it already. We have had worlds open to us within South Africa, within Gauteng and Northwest Province in the past 3 days. South Africa is doing wonderful, exciting, cutting-edge research. I don't need to tell the winners that, but anyone who's listening, this is the message. Excuse me for fumbling. So there are 19 students of the Brilliance program this year. We had a tie in the Northern Cape, where there were 2 male students who received top marks, and so 19 were chosen. We choose 2 from each province, a girl and a boy, every year. And then we go through a very rigorous selection process to decide who to send to London. Quite a difficult thing to do, but basically we judge them on their passion, their confidence, and their ability to see the bigger picture, how to solve the biggest problems of our times. So we selected 7, and 6 of them are in London. One of them is here on stage, Takatso Sibanda, and he was unfortunately unable to go to London because he is younger than 18 and there were some problems with red tape, but he will go next year. I just want to say that he was one of the selected 7. So what we do with the Brilliance program is we basically encourage these brilliant, talented young people to continue in their studies and to find their way to a fulfilling career that is STEM related. And that is, of course, a very broad field. So we try and inspire them by taking them to a variety of sites, as you saw in the video, and by meeting award winners, so NSTF award winners in various fields, so that they can see what kind of heights they can aspire to. During the past week, we have met with several winners in various places. We first toured Pretoria and went to the CSIR. Then we went to the zoology department at Tukkies and looked at mole rats. And then we went to Numerai, the nuclear medical facility that the minister was referring to, which is basically brand new, a one-of-a-kind, and also an NSTF award winner. Tuesday, we went to Wits University and toured various facilities there, including the planetarium, the Anglo-American Digital Dome, the Tsimologong precinct, where their software development is done and where innovation is encouraged and incubated. And we went to the Origin Center, the Fossil Vault, where we saw the fossils, very famous fossils of hominins that were found by the WITS team in the Sterkfontein area. We also did the National Aerospace Center, where we met with Professor Claudia Police, who is an award winner as well, and we learned all about flight, about principles of aircraft, but also the materials from which they are made, and the innovative ways in which materials are developed and strengthened for all kinds of purposes, not only for flight. And then we went to Northwest Province, and we saw the Jonkert sailplanes, which is an innovative family business, which is also an award winner. And the sailplanes are basically glider planes. So they're used for sport, for recreation, but they are homegrown. They are designed and manufactured here in South Africa. They're world famous, and they are an incredibly, I would say lucrative business in the sense that the planes cost a fortune. So the business is able to make it, but it is a small business, and it really is a success story of an SMME. Then we went to Northwest University, and we learned about cutting-edge research and technology there. And I think these are all well-kept secrets, actually. The public doesn't know about them. And we were very privileged to look into these worlds and to try and get our minds around them. I want to thank the students for the time that we had together. It was absolutely amazing to spend time with them as well as at these scientific sites. And I think we all were quite inspired. So then I would like to hand over to Mr. Takatso Aubrey Sibanda, who is studying chemical engineering, mechanical engineering at the University of Johannesburg, to address you briefly. We won't have a lot of speeches, but I would like you to hear from him.
Good evening, everyone. Oh, I'm given 1 minute. Wow. Before I go through anything, I would like to start by thanking all the esteemed guests in both Johannesburg and Cape Town. I would also like to thank the NSTF and South 32 for making all this possible. Not to forget Ms. Jansie, Ms. Itumeling, and Mr. Bernard, alongside the whole NSTF staff who made this tour so much more memorable. As I have already been introduced, I am one of the 2025 brilliant students. My name is Takatso Aubrey Sibanda. I am a 17-year-old first year in mechanical engineering at the University of Johannesburg. I was selected to stand here in front of you and talk about myself, my life, my story. I was born and raised to the toddler age at Maranawabushwa and grew up to my teenager age at a small Ndebele village called Ekosini, Mtambotini, also in the Mpumalanga province. I grew up seeing people living in poorly built houses, dilapidated houses to be certain, and they were driving their cars on old potholed roads and suffering from water insufficiency because of the poor pipeline structures. I always ask myself, why don't they just use better materials in building their houses? How? When the South African unemployment rate is 32.9%. That is 8.2 million work-seeking South Africans that can only rely on part-time jobs and piece jobs. I know all of this because my mother is a victim of all of this. I want to help everyone in building better houses, and I want to assist in the pipeline infrastructure building. I always feel so emotional, when I talk about my mother. So please bear with me for just a few. As you all may know, there is nothing more important to a man than his mother. I will always remember what that woman has done for me, all the sacrifices she has done for me and my siblings. Everything was going well with us. I was growing well in a very stable family. Well, stable until my father passed away. And everything from then on became crumbles of a stable family. I'm sorry. I don't want to cry because I'm sorry. Let me continue. Let us be honest with ourselves. What would we be without the earlier generations? What would we be without our families, our forefathers, our ancestors? I suggest that us all as South Africans, we should thank our parents, thank our families, and acknowledge them because they will not always be here. That's what I want to show the youth. That you are nothing without your mother, you are nothing without your father, and grandparents and aunts as well. We are crumbling as South Africa because we fail to acknowledge all the people that came before us. All of you are the reason that we are here right now. You're probably asking yourself why I'm talking about my mother. That's because she is my inspiration. The reason I do everything, and I can do anything I put my head to. I want to be successful, make her proud, so that she does not regret all the sacrifices that she made in raising me. I want to start an initiative supporting youth academics. We are the future of South Africa. We are the future of South Africa, okay? Us as South Africans, as power-hungry and money-hungry as we are, we should stop doing that because that is killing South Africa and it's going to kill South Africa for the next generation as well. And as Martin Luther King has once said, he had an American dream. Well, I have a South African dream, that one shall not be judged by their roots, their backgrounds, nor their connections, but the depth of their intellect. And always remember, everybody here, including the brilliants and all other younger people who have a dream, that irrespective of where you come from, whether you are black, white, or colored, fat or slim, you can always make a difference in the world. Believe that. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Takatso. Indeed, you guys are the future, and I have enormous hope for the future because of that. We come now to making contact with London. We're not crossing over as such, but we're going to play a pre-recorded video of the 6 students in London so that they can greet us.
Good evening, valued and esteemed guests of the NSTF South 32 Gala Awards dinner. We are the 6 students chosen to represent South Africa at this year's London International Youth Science Forum. Currently, we are standing in front of the Royal Albert Hall in London, and we are so privileged to have this opportunity. For the past week, we have experienced captivating lectures from some of the most wonderful scientific minds from across the globe. My name is Yuri Blighnout. I'm a first-year Bachelor of Medicine and Surgery student at the University of the Free State. I matriculated in the Northwest Province.
I am Kupuli Bambo. I am from the Mpumalanga province and I'm a first-year medical student at the University of Cape Town.
I am Panelis Bongengema from the province of KwaZulu-Natal. I am currently studying medicine at the University of Cape Town.
I am Gauteng from the Gauteng province and I'm currently studying MPPCH at the University of Witwatersrand.
My name is Andre de Boer. I am studying industrial engineering at Stellenbosch University and I'm originally from the Northern Cape.
My name is Lefanolo Mokotu. I'm from Free State. I'm currently doing my first year at UCT, doing mechanical and mechatronics engineering. I would also like to say it's been so great meeting so many cultures and experiencing diversity. And it's also been great being amongst so many bright minds. It's a life-changing opportunity.
Thank you, NSTF.
So just a little bit about the London program. It is the London International Youth Science Forum, and it's a 2-week summer program, their summer, where they bring together hundreds of students, hundreds of learners from across the world. So they are all fairly young students who are interested in STEM, and then they are taken to laboratories and scientific sites, and they meet Nobel Prize winners, and they do very much what we do with the local tour, only in London. I'm not going to go on about it. You can read about it on page 56 in your Who's Who booklet. And then I'd just like to point out that the Brilliance Program students have a very interesting profile, and I'm now talking about the London students, Johannesburg and Cape Town students. Their average mark for grade 12 maths and physical science was 97%. 53% are currently studying medicine. Medicine is a popular course of study since the pandemic, and we've always regarded it as very much part of the scientific endeavor at NSTF. 21% are doing engineering, and the rest are doing other STEM courses. 42% are enrolled at the University of Cape Town, a very popular university. 16% at Stellenbosch, 11% at Wits, University of Johannesburg and Free State, they all have 11%, and 1 student each at the University of Pretoria and Northwest University. Their demographic profile is 68% of them are black and 32% white, with 47% female and 53% male students. What kind of schools do they come from? Not your privileged schools. We only select students from public schools, who matriculated at public schools, and then we see what happens. And it so happens that 63% of them come from quintile 1 to 3 schools, which are the most poorly resourced schools in the system. Only 26% are from the top quintile, the best resourced schools. We also found that although life sciences is not part of our criteria, most of these students did take life sciences, and those who took it have an average of 94% in life sciences. The rest you can read at your leisure in the Who's Who booklet, but I do want to say to all the students, we wish you from NSTF and from the audiences here the best of luck with your future studies, with your future careers, and we hope that you will be high flyers now that you've learned about sailplanes and fighter jets and all those things. Please give them a round of applause.